Hey crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel. So if you see my YouTube short, I created several of these cards and I'm about to make a card for you all using the cute bugs from Pretty Pink Posh. This is such a cute little stamp and die set, and when I saw it being released or as a little sneak peek, I just knew that I had to have it. I also had purchased I think this is called Hello Friend, and it kind of is in theme with this. It has little ladybugs, butterflies, and then it has sentiments like best friends, hello, always and forever, for my best friends, or you're a sweet friend, or hugs for you, you know, stuff like that. And of course this has a few sentiments on its own as well, and I do have the coordinating dies that I've already put on my little magnet sheet there. So there's that, and then we're also going to pull from Von Fun Reverse Stitch Scalp Rectangle Windows, so we're going to be using that. And then we are going to pull from a Hello Little Girl from American Crafts, and I actually have the 12 by 12, and then I also have this 6 by 8, so we're going to go ahead and pull from this. Has a lot of pretty patterns, and I'm not quite sure. I have an idea of which one I want to use. I want to use this one. I love that it has that gold foil in there, but it also depends on what Copic markers I end up deciding to use. I do like this one. I do like the green and then the butterfly, but I feel like this is going to be too busy, and I don't know. We'll just kind of see. Oh, look at the star one. Oh, love that one. We'll just have to see how, you know, which one will work and which one will not. In fact, I'm probably going to end up stamping more than I need, to be honest, but that's okay, because if I have to make another card, I have to make another card. It is what it is, right? So bringing out my Misty, I need to get some scratch piece of paper. So we'll just get that out. Okay, and then I was thinking of doing the snail, but I'm not quite sure. Or, I don't know, see, I'm going to end up doing way more than I need. But, you know, oh well. I also haven't done the worm yet, so I done every single one of them, so I might just do the worm as well. And then, again, just kind of playing around with it, and maybe I can just make 4 cards using one each with different backgrounds. That could work, right? We make our own little rules. At least that's, you know, rules of my game here. Okay. Since I'm using alcohol markers, I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Okay, bring that over, push that down. Okay, I think we just need to double stamp that, and then we should be okay. This is a great card to honestly mass produce. It's really not that hard. You pick a few of your favorite little bugs, or, you know, whatever you're doing, and then you just color them, and then you use some background cardstock, and then, or pattern cardstock, and you're golden, really, honestly. Okay, so let's get that out. That looks good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select my markers. I just bought some new Olos, so I might use that, but let me mull it around and see what kind of colors I want to play with, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have my Copic colors all picked out, and I'm almost certain I'm going to go with the snail, but we'll see which one I ended up playing with in this video. But I'm going to go ahead and get coloring. I will zoom in for you all, and then I'll turn on some music. Okay, so I have all my coloring done except for this little guy. To be honest, just kind of looking through my paper here, even if I were to do this one, I just think it's a little bit too bold. Yeah, I am actually really not liking any of these other than maybe the ladybug. And here's the thing, I was playing around with it. And I might end up doing that snail again because I want to do the snail, but see, I like that. Okay, I think I might do the snail again. I like the ladybug. I like all of them, but I think I'm going to do the snail again and change the purple to a green that will match this green. Okay, so I'll be right back and I'll get that done. Okay, I apologize if you missed any of the coloring process. My daughter woke up and had a 10 and I forgot to turn it back on as I finished coloring, but I did get my little bugs all colored out, and I think what we're gonna do is two cards. We're gonna do the ladybug with a smaller rectangular die, and the larger rectangular die we are going to use that snail, and these little critters we'll just use that for something else. And then I think, yeah, we're going to use this one for the larger rectangle. I will be honest, this was a little hard for me to kind of figure out how I wanted to approach this. And then we're going to go ahead and do the checkered one for the smaller. What we're going to do is we're going to get this cut on white cardstock and then this cut on white cardstock, and then I will get these trimmed down to size, and then we can create our, what that is, but okay, sorry. Oh look, bird. Let me get some random, I don't know, anyway, and then we'll get this all put together, and we also need to stamp as well, so we'll do that here in a second. Actually, before I get those die cut, I am going to trim each one down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm actually going to trim each of them down 1/4 of an inch before I try to get my dies centered on my cards, so they'll each get trimmed down. Got everything all cut out, and I just want to stamp my sentiment on here before I even get going. I think this needs to actually, is it? Okay. Let's place that on here like so. So funny story, and I'm sure I already have mentioned this in my mini Gab and Craft videos where I like to apparently chit chat a lot. But if you remember, I do not like any insects that fly. Oh my gosh, they are terrible. And I'll be honest, ladybugs are like the worst. Oh, I am so scared of those things. And here's why, because it's like all of a sudden they're crawling, and then their wings open up and then they take off, and it's just like, you know, it's so unpredictable. I can't handle it. It just freaks me out. And butterflies, don't even get me started on butterflies. They're just everywhere. I can't. I am ridiculous. I get it. I understand it. Everyone thinks I'm like over exaggerating, but there's some people that are scared of water, some people are scared of snakes. I'm not scared of snakes. I'm not scared of water. Well, I take that back. I'm scared of snakes if they're gonna like kill me, right? But other than that, I'm not definitely scared of them. I'll handle a snake over a ladybug any day, let me tell you. I actually think a lot of snakes are super cute, except for like the ones that are gonna kill me, then nope. They are, oh geez, I want that one too thick. But you know what? We're just going to go with it because I'm not going to redo it. It's like 2 in the morning, y'all, and it's way too late for me to redo it. But yes, so ladybugs. And then I always, it's so funny, I always call the ones that are like not, like I think they're like Japanese ladybugs or like beetles. They look like ladybugs, but they're like not red. They're like orange or yellow, whatever color they are. And yeah, I, for the longest time, always thought they weren't ripe. When I was like, you know, last year, no, I'm just kidding, but when I was like younger, yeah, I always thought they were not ripe, and yeah, they were not fun. Because those bite. Oh my gosh, at least I think they did. Okay. So now you know a little bit about Rachel and her ridiculous fear of ladybugs. It is no joke. I can't be the only one that gets freaked out by these ladybugs that just all of a sudden open up their wings and then they don't take off. It's like, what are you doing to me? Like, are you taking off? Like, are you, like, where are you going? You know, what's your story? Like, I want to know. It's really, oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's that. That looks good. And then this one, okay, so I went ahead and stamped and die cut hello. And then I did it 2 more times on just white cardstock, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue those together. I feel like we all, like, somewhere deep down inside have irrational fears. And I would never even say mine's irrational. I mean, insects should not fly. I'll tell you what, one insect should never fly is a cockroach. Oh my gosh. Those are just, So from being from the north, I mean, I hardly ever got I've never had roach in my house, never. And then I moved down here in the south and I found one in my house, freaked out, and I was like, oh my God, my house is like, you know, because I found like 2 in my house when I first moved down here. Not the house I'm living in now, but when I first moved down here, I was renting a house, and I thought I had an infestation problem because I saw 2 in like a month time span. And so I was talking to a couple guys at my work, and they're like, nope, that's not an infestation. I'm like, how is it not? I've never had 1 roach, let alone 2 of them in my house in a month span. They're like, no, that's pretty normal for here in the south. They're just like us. They want to stay warm and dry and cool or whatever. And so they're going to try to get in the house. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh heck no, except I didn't use the word heck. So yeah, I was like, I cannot believe that's like a norm for down here, that those little boogers get in the house somehow. No, not happening. So I actually had a student tell me, okay, so TMI alert, if you don't like cockroaches, you may want to fast forward for a second. But I had a student that was telling me, so I was telling them about my little roach infestation when I had 2 in 1 month, right? And that was like the last 2 I seen that year. So obviously I did not have an infestation in my house. And I'm not talking these itty bitty ones, like they're like ginormous, okay? And so my student was telling me that he was watching TV and fell asleep, and he was telling me that he woke up choking, like coughing, felt something crawl in his mouth, and it was, yeah, a palmetto bug, a roach. I was like, oh my God, I almost threw up in my mouth. It was so disgusting. Ugh. So I'm like, I cannot believe that happened. Now, thank you for scaring the crap out of me. I am now officially afraid. I don't want a side folding guard. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Oh, just terrible. I need to get off this story because I'm just grossing myself out. So, anyways, let's talk about some cute bugs. Okay, so I'm not afraid of spiders. Spiders actually don't bother me. Now, if they're like flying spiders or something like that, yeah. Or if they're like above my head and I'm afraid they're going to jump on me, sure, that will freak me out. But I got this a little bit off. I need to cut that off. But I tell you what, I really do want a spider. I want a jumping spider. I think they're called jumping spiders. I heard like they're completely harmless. They're super cute because they look little fuzzy ones, and they make great house pets from what I was told or from what I researched. And so it's my mission in life to find a jumping spider because they're so dang cute, and I really want one. So does anyone have a jumping spider? And if so, can you buy one? I'm sure you can. I'm almost positive. Okay, so there's that one. And then I gotta figure out the configuration of this little snail. How is everyone doing in their card creation? Are you making a lot of cards this summer? Are you enjoying, what are you doing this summer? I am working. I teach during the summer. I have summer classes I teach, so I teach all year round. I don't ever get a break. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not like a K through 12 teacher. Like I have to work through all year round, sadly. I mean, thankfully, right? I'm thankful for my job. There's tons of people who are struggling who don't have a job, so I'm definitely grateful for my job. But who doesn't want to, you know, work during the summer? I want to be able to craft, hang out with my daughter. That would be so fun. In fact, at the time of this recording, now this video, I'm not sure when it's going to get posted. Probably not for another couple weeks of me recording it, but my daughter just had her birthday, and we got her a big girl bike, and she rode it for the first time this weekend, and, you know, we got it for her birthday, and she just did, she rode it like a pro. She did really good. I was really impressed. Okay, so I think that looks good. And then I'm just gonna push that down. There we go. That looks good. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and put that to the side. I'll do some embellishment a little bit later. And then we'll do this card here. If only all these bugs look cute, I mean, then they wouldn't be so scary, right? I'm just putting some foam squares on it to give it a little bit of depth or dimension. Okay, and let's add this little cutie patooties. That looks good. I like it. I like the simplicity of these cards. Okay, so then what we want to do is do some embellishments, and I gotta think of how I want to do that. And the last one, I went a little bit crazy with the embellishments on the snail one, but I still think it turned out really cute. Oh, these cards are so adorable. And of course I can make more of the same cards using these three little cutie patooties. So I might end up doing that. We'll see. If not, I can always put them in with the stamps, and you know, when I need a quick card to make, I can just, that will be done for me. So we have our little snail, and then we also have our little ladybug that I'm definitely afraid of. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, and as always I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to hit that like button and hype button for me. That really does help out my channel, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next card craft or craft haul video. Bye!
Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my mommy's channel. Bye bye.